Sorry guys. So man, again, based on what Lindo is saying, do you guys think being saved, being young and saved, makes it hard for you guys to connect to the outside world? And also basing it in the fact that in Vuyo Mdala, we were more focused on our actions, pleasing God through our actions and so forth. So did it make it hard for you guys to connect to the outside world, or did you end up having different personalities? You could see this is the church Mduduzi and this is the outside Mduduzi.
Okay, with me, it was hard at first. Honestly, truly speaking, it was so hard because
this is emotional for you, no?
Sort of.
Cut.
So, I interacted with they were totally different from me. And what I knew how a person should live. So I had to question uNkulunkulu at firstly, to question the relationship I had with God. Secondly, to question who am I? So for me it was so hard, and it ended with I fell into that trap because it was so hard for me to be the person I was at church. It was so hard.
So the challenge got bigger for you in varsity.
It got real.
How did you survive? Because we were staying in the same place. I mean, like.
No, your first day you went there. First day I was alone.
Sure.
Like guys, I remember during the second semester, if I'm correct, like I wanted to quit everything because I've been feeling that it was too much for me. Like the people I was living with, now the friends I was hanging with. You get what I mean? And then now maybe it's recess, I have to come to the side. Now you have to be a totally different person.
There has to be a switch.
Exactly.
Personality.
So basically, it was so
but
hard.
that's true. That's why I said in my opening remarks.
Hey!
I was never religious. From when I was growing, I was never religious because I don't know. I had this thing in me. I have values that were instilled in me from home. There are values I'm adopting from church, and then I still have to care what people say. I didn't have that time. As much as it affected me somehow, but I had to zone out from what people say. Honestly, because first of all, I had to understand that religion limits you because. I heard so many people, they had fights, especially in choirs, and people were fighting in church, inside church. So I didn't want to be part of that because I know in order for me to have not a perfect, but a relationship with God, I shouldn't partake in what people think is suitable to please God, you know. So I had to zone out from that. I don't know.
But then us growing up, like we have to be like, you have to behave in a way that's how people
and it's hard to unlearn it. Unlearning it, they can preach it, but unlearning it,
I think
definitely.
I didn't have the challenge of like being this person in church and when I'm outside, you know. I knew I'm a child of God. I was even there at school. As irritating as I was at home to everyone else,
you were the same,
But I think the only difference with me is I didn't actually have my own identity in Christ. I had believed yes, I have been saved by Jesus Christ. I understood the work of the blood, but for me I think it was mainly based on fear. This guy, he spoke to me, you know what I'm saying? So I think I still needed to grow into that. So I grew up with a lot of fear in the
way that says
you know the way exactly. I grew up with a lot of fear.
Not embracing his love, but the fear of punishment.
For me, I think the problem was from a concept standpoint. I think we had to differentiate between church and God. Because we knew, everyone knows, you live with God from Monday to Saturday and even Sunday. But Now, Moses, something you have to change something about yourself, and all in the name of being in the right standing with God. Yet you know very well that He's there even when you're not in church.
Yes, definitely.
So I think even now it's still a challenge because I'm one of the people that still believe in church. Church is useful. We have to come to church. But now we have to be able to separate the institute from
God. Yes.
And we have to get it right. Why are we coming to church? Are we coming to church to police each other? Or to help each other.
It's like remember how when we wouldn't see a person in church for like 2 weeks, but see
yeah.
That's
actually true. And it's like it became sort of like a church going
church
kind of and wasn't
context
about
it wasn't about God.
To even such a point to where, like I said, my story is much different from yours, Nyana Vuyo, right? Because I was that even at school, even with my friends, right? What was I trying to say? What was I getting at?
Revelation.
But you know, and for you guys probably it was nice. I had a very different upbringing. Actually.
Oh, that's where I was getting to. Sorry, I felt Uguti. You remember you said something just now, Uguti. It felt like Uguti Unkulunkulu, like. He was mainly present like on Sunday. Then Monday to Saturday, like he's there, but you know,
he's there, but not
with me. I felt like he's here watching me. Like I was very fearful, guys. I was extremely fearful to such a point, Uguti, I wasn't free in anything that I would do. Like it was.
Can't be a kid anymore.
Yeah, like you know, I couldn't be a kid. Like I was a kid, of course. There was an element of that, but there was a lot of fear instilled in that. Yeah.
Praise Jesus.
Hallelujah.
No, the thing is, now I grew up. First of all, I think I went to church. I was invited by a friend, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
In Sunday school.
Yeah, I was invited.
Okay.
And
who's that friend?
And
shout out to the friend.
Shout out to Sandy Lemdebele.
Oh,
yeah. No. So what happened was he invited me to church.
Yeah.
I had a church that I would go to with Ukoko.
Yeah.
But then Ukoko, you know, sometimes we are Sunday young. That's a joke. But I also had a different upbringing because my parents had their own belief.
Oh.
Like, because we're Africans, you know,
yeah.
they believed in ancestors in such a way. Would say, and church, but like my ancestors up there, right? You don't go in pasha, things like that. And well, from me being not religious, but acknowledging the fact that God is there.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do those things. You know, Africans cut each other with razors.
Yeah.
You know, you'd be exposed to that as a child, and knowing what we are taught at church, and me having to obey my parents. Now there's a clash.
Yeah.
So from there, I'll do those things, but conscious of the fact that if I'm doing this, God is with me. Right? So it was difficult, especially me being black and being a Christian and
being a child at home again.
Fam.
And yo, I can't imagine. We were lucky enough to see our families are saved, like Christian families.
I think the only contradictory actually, I didn't find it as luck.
Really?
Yeah, no, I didn't see it as luck. Well.
Because imagine if your family wants you to do something when you contradict your belief.
The only thing is Uguti. Now this was like after when I got into my teenage years, I felt like this is a different topic altogether from what we are discussing today. And I felt like there was just so much expectation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes you're not even that person, but you have to be that because of the family that you come from, and it's like, but this is not me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So for me, I feel like maybe I would have been okay if my dad was a sangoma.